Let me describe a person to you, and I want you to tell me if this sounds familiar. You are the person who everyone calls when they need a favor. You are the friend who listens to everyone's problems for hours, even when you are exhausted. You are the co-worker who has been taking extra shifts because someone has asked you politely, even though your own plate is full. On the outside, everyone smiles and says, "Oh, you are such a nice person." On the inside, you are drowning. You feel constantly drained, slightly resentful, and completely unappreciated. You're running on empty, keeping everyone else happy while your own life, your own goals, your own mental health are quietly falling apart. If that is you, I want to tell you something that no one else has the courage to say. Your niceness isn't a virtue anymore. It has become your prison. And you, my friend, are paying a price for it that is far too high. Welcome back to Ravi Patidar Speaks. Today we are breaking down the brutal psychology of chronic people pleasing. More importantly, I'm going to show you how to break free, reclaim your time, and learn the high income communication skill of saying no, completely free of guilt. We are taught from childhood that being nice is the ultimate good. Share your toys, don't cause trouble, put others first. But there's a massive difference between being nice and being kind. Kindness comes from a place of strength. It means you have boundaries, but you choose to help out of love. Niceness, when it's chronic, comes from a place of fear. It's a survival mechanism. You say yes not because you want to help, but because you are terrified of rejection. You are terrified that if you say no, people will think that you're selfish. They'll stop liking you or they'll leave you. Think about the math of this. Every single time when you say yes to someone who you really wanted to say no, what you're actually doing is you are saying no to yourself. You say yes to covering a shift, you say no to your workout. You say yes to listening to someone complaining about something, you say no to working on your own business. You say yes to an event you hate, you say no to peace of mind. You're treating your own time, your own energy like some kind of currency that you can trade in exchange of their approval. But approval is a shadow, my friend. The more you chase it, the further it runs away. Now, here's the irony most people pleasers don't see until it's too late. You think that by always saying yes, you are building strong relationships. You think people love you for it. But the exact opposite is true. Chronic niceness actually destroys genuine human connection. When you never say no, people don't respect your yes. Why would they? Your availability is cheap. It costs them nothing to ask because you will bend over backwards to agree to them. Subconsciously, they stop seeing you as an equal human being with your own needs and they start seeing you as a convenience. Even worse, when you constantly suppress your feelings to keep the peace, it breeds resentment. You start keeping a secret scorecard in your head. You think, look at everything I do for them, and they wouldn't do the same for me. That resentment is poisonous. It leaks into your voice, your body language, your personality. You become passive aggressive. You withdraw. The very relationship you sacrificed your mental peace for end up crumbling anyway because they weren't built on honesty, they were built on your fear of conflict. So, how do we fix this? If you have watched this far, it means you're ready to stop paying the high price for being too nice. You want your power back. To do that, we need to completely change your communication toolkit. Let's look at the three practical, high status ways to say no without feeling guilty. First, eliminate the word sorry. When a people pleaser says no, he usually starts with, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I wish I really could, but..." Stop apologizing for owning your own time. When you apologize, you send a signal that you are doing something wrong while you aren't. Instead of saying, "Sorry, I don't think I can make it," say, "Thank you for thinking of me. I won't be able to make it." Clear, polite, unshakable. Second, use the delay strategy. Some people pleasers have the tendency to say yes instantly, considering the pressure of the moment. Break the reflex. Give yourself some buffer. Whenever someone asks you for a favor, use this phrase. Let me check my calendar and I'll get back to you by this evening. It gives your brain the time and space it needs to evaluate if you actually have the energy for this, away from the pressure of their face to face presence. Third, offer an alternative. If it's a professional setting or a close friend, you can protect your boundary by still being helpful. Try this phrase: I can't look over this report today, but if you can drop the same on my desk tomorrow, I'll give you 10 minutes then. You are not rejecting the person. You are simply defining the terms of your availability. My friends, as you start practicing this, let me warn you about something. The first time you're gonna say no, it is going to feel terrifying. Your heart will race. You will feel a wave of guilt washing over you. That guilt is completely normal. It doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just means you're breaking an old toxic habit. But watch what happens next. The world won't end. The person won't hate you. And suddenly, for the first time in months or maybe years, you will feel a breath of fresh air. You will realize that you are finally in control of your own life. When you start setting boundaries, the wrong people, the ones who are just using you for their convenience, will leave you for life. But the right people, the people who truly value you, the respect for you will shoot through the roof. They will see a person who respects themselves. And humans naturally respect those who respect their own time. You're not on this earth to manage everyone else's emotions. Your life is not a service desk. It is time to take your energy back and invest it in your own growth, in your own health, in your future. If this message is the wake up call you needed today, hit that like button. Drop a comment below with the words, "My time is valuable." Let it be your first boundary. And don't forget to subscribe to Ravi Patidar Speak for more raw, no nonsense strategies on mastering your communication and your personality. Thank you for watching. Choose kindness over niceness, protect your boundaries, and I'll see you in the next one.